This is Brandon Curry, your 15 Miss Olympia, and this is a full day of eating with me. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm here at the Arnold Classic Championships. If I can win the Arnold Classic and the Olympia this year, I'll be one of the first guys to do it twice, 2 times in a row. So this is my mission for this year. I had a 10-week prep in Kuwait. Training in Kuwait is pretty much like a training camp. Basically, all I focus on is eat, sleep, and training. So I'm eating to recover, I'm sleeping to recover, and I'm just training to make the progress. So if it's not about bodybuilding, it's probably not included. We're doing 2-a-day training. We're training every body part at least twice a week at the heat of the prep. As we get closer to the show, of course, we pull back a little bit, let the body recover so it can come in and respond to what we're trying to do when we bring it into condition. All right, this is what a typical day of eating in Kuwait will look like. Generally, when I'm in Kuwait, I wake up for about 7 o'clock. I get going, drinking some water. I kind of get myself dressed because I'm going right to the gym. And then I'm just back to the room just to eat my first meal. Typically, my first meal includes about 350 grams of potatoes, 220 to 200 grams of chicken, 2 or 3 eggs, maybe some egg whites in the mix of that as well. I do not count calories. We do everything by scale weight. Everything is measured by scale weight. So I mean, anywhere from 200 grams on the scale to 200 grams of protein per meal. And then for carbohydrates, that can go all the way up to 400 grams, all the way down to nothing in some meals, but typically the low end on that is 200 grams of scale weight of carbs. After first meal, typically I go back to the room and I take a nap. I may lay down for a couple hours, and then I'm up again to eat my next meal, which typically is about chicken, and maybe anywhere from 200 grams to 300 grams of rice. And that'll be my meal before I go train. Train for no longer than probably 90 minutes at the most, depending on what body part we work. Well, doing my workout, I take a pre-workout, of course, just to aid in the recovery, get the recovery process started before the training is even finished. The post-workout meals, typically either salmon or steak. And typically I would have about 250 grams of sweet potato with that meal as well. When I get deeper into prep and the carbs go down, I'm doing green salads in the meal, but maybe a little avocado for some fats in there as well. Typically when I'm high on the carbs, I stay away from the fiber for digestion reasons, because I don't want to be too full. Fiber slows everything down. Fullness is the enemy when you're trying to get in a lot of calories. Typically after that, I'm laying down and gonna take a little nap. And then after that, I'm eating my next meal, which probably consists of 200 to 250 grams of rice and 220 grams of chicken. After my second workout, it's generally time to eat again. I either have steak or salmon, depending on if I had it earlier. If I'm deep in the prep, it'll be a white fish time and some green salad. And then after that, it's my last meals. It'll be like 220 grams of fish again. And like I said, a green salad. So if I have carbs, it may be like 200 grams of rice. And that'll be, I think that's what's the 6th meal of the day. So generally I eat 6 meals per day. Used to cheat on a double quarter pounders with, Coke, large fry, maybe apple pie or something like that. Modern day in these shorter preps, we cheat more with sushi. So we just have a big sushi spread. We order sushi until I'm pretty much full. Water is interesting in the desert because depending on what time of year it is, it's gonna really depend on how much water you drink. I maybe generally consume 3 liters on a warmer day or warmer months. When it's cooler, when it's wintertime, I find myself not needing as much water to stay hydrated. So it just depends on what time of year it is in the desert. In the wintertime, it's very nice, very, very mild. But in Kuwait, in the summertime, it can get really, really hot. All right, guys, thanks for joining me on my day of eating. You can get a lot done with consistency, guys. Please stay healthy, please stay fit, and please watch out for your lifestyle.